highway sign. Now, it's kind of hard to make out that the sign contains what WSDOT admits was an inappropriate message. WSDOT says that was a mistake and was the result of a training error. It's working to make sure this doesn't happen again, and is apologizing to anyone who was offended.
More cars, more congestion, more money. We're tracking two major changes for local travelers that you're going to pay for.
You cannot make the highway go faster just by charging money to use it.
First, the plan to ease congestion by adding more tolls.
We're coming to Pierce County. We're going to bring you mass transit.
But it comes at a cost. You're paying more in car tabs to bring the light rail to Tacoma. That's a done deal. Coming up, the choice WSDOT is giving you.
Traffic in our area is bad and getting worse, but figuring out how to ease that congestion is a tricky task.
Sure is. WSDOT thinks the solution might be tolling, at least on one very busy highway used by thousands of us every day. Tadevik is live in Bellevue tonight, where drivers will one day have to pay even more for that commute, but the state thinks it's worth every penny. Tadevik.
Well, David and Marty, this stretch of 405 between Bellevue and Renton is the most congested in our state. So now, after WSDOT added those toll lanes on 405 between Linwood and Bellevue, they're going to be expanding that from Bellevue to the Pierce County line. But the drivers we spoke to say the tolling has just gotten out of hand. Drivers on Interstate 405 between Renton and Bellevue experience one of the state's worst commutes.
So this was southbound in the PM peak.
WSDOT's 405 project administrator Kim Henry says this model shows just how bad the commute is. Areas in black mean cars travel less than 20 miles an hour.
If you get into a stop-and-go situation, you aren't getting very many cars through. You get a lot of density, a lot of cars are parked, but they're not going anywhere.
So to get cars moving again, WSDOT's answer is expanding the toll lanes. Henry says the department learned a lot from the toll project on 405 between Linwood and Bellevue.
This is going to be a much different look and feel from the last one.
The difference, Henry says, WSDOT has looked into reducing bottlenecks to other streets, among other things. WSDOT says it also studied similar sections of I-5 with 5 lanes and compared that to 405, where 2 of the lanes had express tolls. He says the tolls definitely helped.
We have much higher throughput, of about 35% more throughput, even though the daily volumes are the same.
But not everyone agrees with that.
You cannot make the highway go faster just by charging money to use it.
David Hobblewitz says tolls are hurting the people who can't afford it the most, like those who live in Snohomish County because they can't afford a place like Seattle or the East Side.
Now people have to pay to get to work. Now we have the same thing, starting all over again, with the people who live in Pierce County. And they're going to get punished the same way.
WSDOT says even if those people choose not to use the toll lanes, others will, and ultimately traffic will get better. Henry also says when the project is done, it will coincide with the opening of light rail in Bellevue and rapid bus transit, giving commuters more options.
We're pushing on, we need trains, which go one place, and we need to charge tolls for when we get on the highway. The reality is that just creates diversion traffic, that creates frustration, and that does nothing for the other lanes that are the general purpose lanes.
WSDOT says this project will certainly be impacting drivers for the next 5 years. Officials even suggested that if you can adjust your work schedule or even work from home, take a look into doing that. Construction for this 405 expanded toll lanes between Bellevue and Renton is slated to begin in the summer of 2019 and finish in 2024. We're live tonight in Bellevue. I'm Tadevik Q13 News.